Well, this is bound to be fun. Alright, today we got KSP, Kerbal Space Program. I love Kerbal Space Program. Not very good at it, but we can fix that today by starting the game and starting a new sandbox. And we're gonna call it Quagmire Toilet after Quagmire Toilet Gaming, because I love that guy. Alright, welcome to the Space Center. Nice to meet you. I'm Gene Kerman. Thank you, Gene. Alright. We're on a sandbox game. My mission is to get to the MUN. So, let's begin. Now, even though this is sandbox, I'm not going to take advantage of the fact that we kind of have everything. And I'm going to do this procedurally, like they would in real life. Which means I'm not just gonna go straight to the MUN. I'm gonna like fly up into orbit and put a satellite and a relay antenna there first, and then I can do the final mission. So I guess let's just make something to begin with, just to mess around. We'll do this. We'll do the P model. With Jebediah and Bill in there. So they're gonna have a fun time. Alright, the P model already has a decoupler, so we don't need one of those. So we'll just put this there, I guess. Don't mind all the mods that I have installed on. I was having a bit of fun. I suppose, to be fair, considering we're just messing around, I could do this. Stick one of these on, and then just stick all these engines on. I'm sure this isn't going to go wrong. We'll just make it a little bit more stable. And then obviously, we're gonna need some wings. Some rocket without wings, it's not gonna get you very far. So, put some wings on. We'll get the fat control surface. We're gonna call this the compensator. For reasons. I guess we'll launch. All right. I want to see how far can we get in this thing. Oh, Jeb and Bill in the cabin. There's Jeb. What up, Jeb? Alright. Full throttle. Whee! Yeah, so we've gone quite high. Kinda just a bit lost right now, to be honest. We're pretty much at apoapsis, so we'll start falling soon. There it is. You know, I really thought this had a decoupler on it. I really did. I think I forgot to put a parachute. It'll be fine. It was not fine. It's okay, we can revert. Alright, now that our fun's out of the way. Now we need to get a satellite into orbit. So I suppose we'll build a pretty cool looking one. Alright, okay, we put an antenna on here. It should be good. Stay right there. And we can open that up. For the aesthetics, let's just put more. Too big. Let's put a few more of these on. Yeah, okay, no. I like that. That works as a small little probe. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. Launch it. Alright, completely unmanned. Should be okay. We'll just keep this open at the top just in case, but I don't think we'll need it. Let's just launch. And turn this to full throttle for a little bit. And once we reach around 200 meters per second, we can lower it down because we don't need them going then. There we go. At 2000, we can begin turning. Gravity turn. common goal is to be going 9 is to have turned 45 degrees by 10,000 meters. Although it appears that everything is just broken. Round 2. Okay. This time, I'll just keep the throttle up because I don't think the wings that I put on are good enough. Same principles as last time. I probably could have just left the upper stage out, to be honest. I'll need a little bit of feel from it, but like... Oh. The upper stage is doing a lot of work. Alright, I'm going to detach that stage, and I am going to warp to the apoapsis, so that way we can get a spherical orbit. Spherical orbits are good, that's what we want to be aiming for. Oh, this is gonna take a while, because under 70,000. This game considers orbit to be 70,000, so once we're above that we can start time warping fast. And like that, okay. Now we aim just under prograde. Boosters on, throttle up. And that should be moving the orbit quite quickly. You can see we've got a little periapsis there. It's the lowest point in our orbit. Once that's above 70,000, we've done it. Which it now is. It's pretty spherical. It's not perfect, but when is anything perfect? Now we can eject that and detach. Our little probe is in orbit. It's free to do whatever it wants. Can extend the magnometer boom and the solar panels to make it look cool. But way too much solar panels for what this thing's ever going to need, but it's for aesthetics, right? And we can extend our antenna, which we don't need because we're in sandbox. I just thought it was a nice gesture to be able to transfer data and stuff, because let me point to it with the boom, hold on. That is where we are going. And typically your radar isn't as powerful at this point in the game if you're in career mode to reach that far just from the KSP alone. So you usually have to have antennas. You also preferably want one going around the MUN, because when it turns around and you're on the other side, not facing carbon, even with the antenna fully upgraded, you still don't get any signal. So anyway, enough me nerding about. That was that. We can go back and begin planning our next journey. You're right. Day 2. It's quite rainy outside. Hope it's not getting picked up. Alright, now that we have put the satellite up, we can start building the rocket to get us to the MUN, which is going to be fun. Woohoo! I'm gonna start with this, and we're gonna work on this. Alright, I think this will make for a decent upper stage. Alright, that should be good. So it's quite big, it's probably quite overkill to be honest. But hey, what can you do? I'm gonna call this the subscriber. This is subscriber 1. You're gonna call this the subscriber 1 because why not? It's pretty cool. If you would like me to make a rocket with your name, leave me a little comment, and I'll do just that. Here it is on the launch pad. Moment of truth. Is it gonna work? Let's enable SAS. Throttle to the max. And lovely. There it goes. it's got quite a big nose, quite bulbous. Assuming I've done everything right, it should go smoothly. The only thing I can really think that I may have done wrong is turns. I always don't add enough stability, but this time it's seeming quite alright. Just gotta get it turned this way a little bit. Alright, we've lost 2 wings, but it's okay. The gimbal of the mainsail engine should be able to carry me here, so just not too worried about it. Upper axis is quite high, as you could probably turn downwards now. There goes the first stage. Alright, I say we point up, get our upper axis above 70,000. Yeah, that'll be alright. We're going fast enough to where we could probably just not burn until we get to upper axis. Don't do one big burn when we're there. So and there we go. We've made it. Something I've forgotten to add is electric charge. So we're gonna have to have SAS off while we're up here. We don't have much of that. No, we don't wanna waste it all. Probably get rid of this now. Reveal the exterior. Even extend our antenna. Just beautiful. Beautiful little rocket. Got a little jet outside. Don't want him to let go because we might lose him. And now we're going to set the MUN as target. He needs to get up there. And we're going to make a maneuver mode from... probably from periapsis. Yeah, okay, that gets us an encounter. Also puts us on a direct crash course with the MUN. Which is kind of what we want for this. 33,000 is good. Okay. Now we should warp to this maneuver. Our burn time is 1 minute and 5 seconds, which means at around 30 seconds before we actually make it to the maneuver is when we should start burning. Alright, I'm gonna go now, to be honest. You'll see, we gain all of our electric charge back. So yay! See, Kerbin's all the way over there now, coming up on the MUN, which is good, very good. We can add a maneuver here. So we need 300 meters per second to circle ourselves in orbit, which is okay. It's quite cheap, considering how much we have. We'll have plenty for the moon landing. Oh, MUN landing. Alright. We can burn at around 15 seconds because the burn time's 32. Which is now. Alright, coming up. That's good. We are now in a circular orbit around the MUN. So no matter how fast we decide we want time to go, we're not leaving anytime soon. Which is quite nice. See, we've lost signal there. But alright. So we're coming on from the bright side. So we may as well do it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn retrograde. We're going to start burning to where we lose orbit. And instead have a crash course for the MUN. Preferably, we want to land somewhere flat. Okay, this landing stage is going to be quite volatile because the engine that I've put on here is very strong. So we need to be careful. We can toggle our gear group now, which will lower our landing legs, which we will need to, believe it or not, land. Alright, that's good. We're going quite quick, but nothing our engine cannot handle. I'll change this to land, so that way we don't miscalculate. Now, we just lower it in. This spot does get quite slow, but it's okay. You want to take it slow. Because if you don't take it slow, you'll probably crash. Crashing is not good, because it's taking you forever to get here. Alright, we're coming up on the land. The surface of the MUN. We seem to have landed in quite a rocky region. But I'm sure it'll be okay. We just need to take it in really, really slow. We want to put this on stability assist instead of retrograde. So retrograde will disappear. Jeff will get confused and probably flip us. We're going to land on a rock, which is not good. Maybe here's fine. Oh! Way! We did it! We're on the MUN. Jeb can get out and he can go for a little walk. He's got his little jetpack. His jetpack. Shut up. Lower his visor. Don't want him getting any dust in his eyes. But look at him go. Take an EVA report. We can even plant a flag while we're here. Subscriber 1 landing location. Easy, 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 easy. There we go. There's not much to do on the MUN, I'm gonna be honest. We haven't really brought any experiments or anything. We're not in a rover. So we're just kinda here. So I guess there's only one real thing left for us to do. One real challenge for us to overcome, which is going home. Jesus Christ, he's launched himself a bit high. Turns out you can do that when there's not a lot of gravity. Alright, let's get back in. We're on the bright side, which gives us a bit of an advantage, because we can see what we're doing. So, toggle SAS, and let's just take off. Alright, that's an escape trajectory of the MUN. Saying goodbye. Bye-bye, subscriber 1. Landing location. Anyway, we're currently in the subscriber 1. Sweet. We can also get rid of this now. Reveal the internal components. Isn't this scenic? Goodbye. You know, one thing I've just realized is we don't have a heat shield. Okay, we already seem to be going above 2,000 meters per second, which it's not looking good for Jeb. Yikes. Jeb, you may as well go outside one last time. Might not be here to see this much longer. Yeah, he looks happy. It's a shame what's about to happen to him. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure the actual description for this lander can is that it cannot really what am I trying to say? It cannot withstand atmospheric forces, so the fact that we're going 3,000 meters per second now isn't very promising to Jeb. Jeb, I'm sure it will be okay. Maybe. Here he goes. That's heating up really quick. Alright, I mean, he's starting to slow down a little bit. That is really close. Wait, is he gonna do it? Wait, he's gonna live! Wasn't this a scene? Holy crap. He did it. It's like extend his antenna. Even the antenna survived. Jeb, you have no idea how lucky you are. Seriously, that should not have... What? Oh, okay. That should not have worked. Seems to be landing in the middle of the desert. Or savannah, whatever this is. I guess we'll find out when we're down there. And now we can just slowly come back down. This appears to be a savannah. You did it, Jeb. You're alive. Alright, so that's gonna end it here. This was pretty fun to make. It was just enough went wrong to where I actually enjoyed doing this, like, a lot. So, if you also enjoyed it, leaving me some juicy engagement so YouTube thinks I'm doing well would be very well appreciated. If you enjoy this, like and subscribe. I'm sorry for the accent, I just thought it was funny. Goodbye.